Hey guys, it's Trish from Techniques by Trish, and one of my followers had asked me to go in a little bit more detail on how I created my stamp storage. Now, this is a CD box from IKEA, and this works perfect for me. This CD box, it's 2 that comes in a pack, and I believe it was $3.99 at IKEA, so it was really affordable. The last time I went and I bought my husband's desk, I bought a ton more of them, you know, just in case I exceed. I believe it's the 6 that I have right now. 4 of them are full right now, but they're getting pretty overstuffed like this one. So this video is just to show you how I created my clear stamp storage. So for those of you who didn't see my craft space, I have these IKEA boxes, and what I have is I have a tab with a theme. Like this one is Family, Love, and Friends, and behind it I have all the stamps that fall within that category on tabs, okay? And so on each of the tabs, this is what it looks like. Okay, so I have what it is. Now I have about 6 different clear stamps for Christmas, and instead of trying to describe what's on each of them, I just wrote Xmas 1 through 6. So let me walk you through on how I made this. So I created mine on a Gypsy. However, you can do it just using your Cricut. But I'm going to show you how I did it on my Gypsy because I have the file opened up already. So let me zoom in so that you guys can actually see this. Okay, so here's what my file looks like, and what I used was the From My Kitchen cartridge. So let me start a new project so I can show you step by step on how I did it. Okay, so I just go right in here to the right hand corner, and I look through my cartridges for the From My Kitchen. Oops, there we go. Now, on the functions here, these are the functions just like you would see, obviously, on the Cricut keypad. So I just hit tabs, and there's a variety of different tabs. I mean, there's everything from square tabs at the top to rounded tabs at the top. Actually, this one's still square. Let me see if I can find a rounded one. Here's a rounded one. Okay, so I just used the square one, and what I did was I selected 2 of them. I went back onto my Cricut mat. Now mine are both, and I'm going to click on one, so it's purple. I don't believe you can see that, but so it's purple. I clicked on one, and I made the height to be 5 inches. Okay, and I clicked this unlinking button here, and I made the width, because I wanted to do the width of my box, was 9 1/4. Okay, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to delete the smaller one. So when you originally do this, just select one of the tabs, okay? So then I want to have this down here in the right hand corner, and I want to make a copy of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Advanced tabs, and I'm going to click on this button right here that has the 2 squares, and that's going to make me a copy. But I want to flip it so that it'll be opposite. It'll be like a mirrored image of that one. So I'm going to click on this button right here, which will flip it. Okay? And lastly, because these tabs are touching, I mean, I could do it this way, but I might cut off the side. I am going to make it flip this way, okay? So I'm going to hit this button right here. So now I have it set up like this, where I know the tabs won't be touching. I know nothing's going to get cut off, and that's how I set that up. Really easy. Now, let me delete both of these. Now, I wanted to do the center tabs. So I just go back to my Cricut mat, select one of the center tabs, back here, okay, make it the same size. I'm going to have my height be 5 inches, and I'm going to make my width 9 1/4. Okay, and I actually want it, we're going to put it off to the side as well, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a same thing. You want to flip it this way. Actually, you just want to flip it this way. I'm sorry. because it's a center tab, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to make a copy, and then I'm going to flip it, and I'm just going to move it to exactly where I want. Okay, now these are a little bit closer, and I think I had a problem with this when I originally created the file. You might need to make one a little bit smaller, or you might need to just push it all the way up in the corner. Okay, so that's how I created the files. I just printed on my Cricut, and then you're going to get something that looks like this for the side ones, or you're going to get two that look like this in the center. Let me actually zoom out. Okay, look like this in the center or this on the side ones. Okay, so then what I did was I just took your basic sheet protector and I cut it 5 inches. So I cut it at 5 inches, and then I'm going to cut the second piece at 5 inches as well. And you're going to get about an inch strip that's going to be left over. So now you're going to have obviously one piece that's open on both ends, and you're going to have one piece that is closed on the other end. Now what I just did was, for the one that's open, I just applied a piece of regular Scotch tape to the bottom. I normally use clear tape so you can't see it, but this is what I had on hand, so I used this. And I literally just put the piece of tape on it and fold it in half, and now you've secured your bottom end. Okay? All I did was, after that, applied ATG around the whole thing, because it will fit just about up until the tab. I applied ATG on there, and I do all 4 corners, and I do a strip in the center just to secure it, and it's going to come out like this. Super easy. And you have a pocket, and this one's actually the one that has the seam at the bottom, so I didn't have to do anything with it. Okay. Now, for the titles, I keep the top totally rounded, and I just use a inch, 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/4 of an inch for the white piece. And I just rounded the 2 corners so that it match, the shape. And I just labeled it. I have birthday, I have baby, borders and backgrounds, I have holiday, invitations. You label it however you'd like. And then all I did, like on this example, all I did was I cut a piece of computer paper, copying paper, 5 inches as well, stuck it back in there, and then you just stick your clear stamps right in there. And I like to have the white background. You don't need it, so that I can see the images that are on my clear stamps. And I always label mine. Some people don't. I like to label mine in case I lose a stamp, or they get really worn out and I need to buy another pack, or I want to buy a pack for somebody. I like to know the name and the maker and what the name of the set is. So that's how I do it. And that's about it. Oh, I also cut about less than 1/4 of an inch from the top of this. That way it's a little bit lower than the actual title tab. See how it's a little bit smaller? So that way I can just file it behind, and I know the title, or the category. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time speaking today. The category, and then I have everything else behind it. So Wanda, I really hope this helped. Let me know if you need any more instructions. For everybody else that was considering changing up their system, I really hope this helps. I was using the binder system for a really long time, and just the bulkiness of the binders and everything falling out just didn't work for me. So that's why I converted to this. And to be honest, I am so glad that I did. It's been working out so fantastic for me. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and check back for the next one.